possible that no man saw them? It cannot be! Some villains of my court are of consent and sufferance in this.
My lord, I cannot speak of any that did see her. The ladies of her chamber, put her to bed, and in the morning early, found the bed undressed of their mistress.
My lord, that royal clown, at whom so often your grace was wont to laugh, is also missing. Hesperia, the princess's gentlewoman, confesses that she secretly overheard your daughter and her cousin much commend the parts and graces of that wrestler that did but lately foil the sinewy Charles. And she believes, wherever they are gone, that youth is surely in their company.
Send word to his brother. Fetch that gallant hither. If he be absent, bring him to me. I'll make him find him. Do this suddenly, and let not search and inquisition quail to find these most foolish runaways.
Who goes there?
What, my master? Oh, my gentle master. Oh, you memory of old Sir Rowland. Why, what make you here? Why are you virtuous? Why do people love you? Wherefore you gentle, strong, valiant? Why would you be so fond to overcome the bonny prize of the humorous duke? What praises come too swiftly home before you? Know you not, master, for some kind of men that praises serve the mother's enemies? No more do yours. Your virtues, master, are sanctified and holy traitors against you. Oh, what a world is this, whose comely and venomous him that bears it.
Why, Adam, what's the matter?
Unhappy youth, come not within these doors. Within this roof, the enemy of all your graces lives. Your brother, I've heard your praises, and this night he means to burn the lodging where he used to dwell, and you within it. If you fail at that, he will further means to cut you off. I overheard him in his practices. This is all a place. This house is but a butchery. Abhor it, fear it, do not enter it.
What, whither, Adam, wouldst thou have me go?
Compassion with us, so you come not here.
What, wouldst thou have me go and beg my food? Or with a base and boisterous sword enforce a thievish living on the common road? This I must do, or know not what to do. Yet this I will not do how I can. I rather will subject me to the malice of a diverted blood and bloody brother.
Do not so. I have 500 crowns. Thrifty hire I saved under your father to be my foster nurse when service should in my old limbs lie lame and unregarded age and corners thrown. Take that. Here is the gold. All this I give you. Let me be your servant. Though I look old, yet I'm strong and lusty, to do the service of a younger man.
Oh, good old man! How well in thee appears the constant service of the antique world, where none will sweat but for promotion. It is not so with thee. But come thy ways, we'll go along together, and ere we have thy youthful wages spent, we'll light upon some settled low content.
Master, go on, and I will follow thee to the last gasp with truth and loyalty. From 17 years till now, almost 80 ere lived I. But now live here no more. At 17 years, many their fortune seek, but at 80 it is too late a week. But fortune cannot recompense me better than to let me die well, and not my master's debtor.
Oh, Jupiter! How weary are my spirits!
I care not for my spirits. My legs get so weary.
I could well find it in my heart to disgrace my man's apparel and cry like a woman. But I must comfort the weaker vessel. Doubtless hose must show itself courageous to petticoat, therefore courage, good Iliada.
I pray you bear with me. I cannot go further.
I'd rather bear with you than bear you. But actually, bear no cross if I did bear with you, for I think you have no money in your purse.
Well, this is the forest of art.
Oh, I. Now am I an ardent, the more fool I. When I was at home, I was in a better place, but travelers must be content.
I be so, good
still. Look, who comes here?
No,
Man,
no. That is the way to make a scorn still.
No, Corin, if thou knewest how I do love her.
Partly guess, for I've not there now.
Oh, no. Being old, thou canst not guess.
No, in thy youth thou wast as true lover as ever did sigh upon a midnight pillow. But if ever thou didst love as I did love, as sure I would think never man loved so, how many fantasies so amazing wast thou drawn to?
Oh, into 1,000. That I have forgotten.
Thou didst never love so heartily then. If thou rememberest not the slightest folly that ever love did draw thee into, thou hast not loved. If thou hast never stood as I do now, wearying thy hearer and thy mistress' praise, thou hast never loved. If thou hast never broke from company so abruptly as my passion doth now make me, thou hast never loved. Oh, Phoebe! 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 Phoebe!
Alas, poor shepherd. Searching of thy wound, I have my hard adventures found mine own.
And I mine. I remember when I was in love, I broke my sword upon a stone, yeah! Take that for coming tonight to Jane's smile. And I remember the kissing of her battler, and the cow's dogs, her pretty chapped hands and milk. And I remember the wooing of peas cod from whom I took 2 cods, and giving her them again, said with weeping tears, "Where are these for my sake?" We that are true lovers do run into strange capers. But as all is mortal in nature, so is all nature in love, mortal in folly.
Fool, thou speakest wiser than thou art aware of.
Nay, I shall ne'er be ware of it till I break my shins against it.
Jove, Jove, this shepherd's passion is much upon my fashion.
And I mind, but it grows something stale within me.
I pray you, one of you question young men if he would go to give us any food. I faint almost to death.
Hola, you clown!
Peace! Fool, he's not my kinsman!
Balls.
You're better, sir!
Well, so they very wretched.
Good even to you, friend.
And to you, gentle sir, and to you all.
I pray you, if that in this desert place, love or gold can buy us entertainment, bring us where we might rest ourselves and feed. Here is a maid with travel much oppressed and faint for supper.
Oh, fair sir, I pity her, but as it is, I am shepherd to another man, and do not shear the fleeces that I bring. My master is of a churlish disposition, and little recks to find the way to heaven by doing deeds of hospitality. Besides, his flock and pounds of feed are now on sale, and by reason of his absence, there is nothing there that you will feed. But what there is, come and see, and in my voice most welcome shall you be.
I pray you, who is it that will buy this flock and pasture?
By that young swain that you saw here but erewhile, that little cares for buying anything.
I pray you, if it stand with honesty, buy thou the cottage pasture and the flock, and thou shalt have to pay for it of us.
And we will mend thy wages. I like it here, could willingly waste my time.
Assuredly, the thing is to be so. Come, and if you like, upon report, the soil, the profit, and this kind of life, well, I will, your very faithful feeder be, and buy it with your gold, right, sir? Yes, just this way.
to the sweet bird's throne. Come hither, come hither, come hither. Oh, shall we see no enemy but winter and rough weather?
More, I prithee, more.
That will make you melancholy, Monsieur Jacques.
Oh, thank it. More, I prithee, more. I can suck melancholy out of a song as the weasel sucks eggs. More, I prithee, more.
My voice is ragged. I know I cannot please you.
I do not desire you to please me. I do desire you to sing. Come more, another stanzo. Call you them stanzas?
What you will, Monsieur Jacques.
Hey, I care not for the names. They owe me nothing. Come, will you sing?
More at your request than to please myself.
Well, then, if I ever thank any man, I'll thank you. Come, sing, and you that will not, hold your tongue.
Well, I'll end the song. The Duke will drink under this tree. He hath been all this day to look you.
I've been all this day to avoid him. He is too disputable for my company. I think of as many matters as he, but I give heaven thanks. I make no boast of them. Come, warble, come.
Who doth ambition shun, and loves to live in the sun, seeking the food he eats, and pleased with what he gets. Come hither, come hither, come hither. Here shall he see no enemy but winter and rough weather.
I'll give you a verse to this note that I made yesterday in despite of my invention.
And I'll sing it.
Thus it goes. If it do come to pass that any man turn ass, leaving his wealth and ease, a stubborn will to please, look to me, look to me, look to me. Here shall he see gross fools as he, and if he will come to me.
What's this dip to me?
'Tis a Greek invocation to call fools into a circle. I'll go sleep if I can. If I cannot, I'll rail against all the firstborn of Egypt.
And I'll go seek the Duke. His banquet is prepared.
Dear master, I can go no further. Oh, I die for food. Here lie down and measure out my grave. Farewell, kind master.
Why, how now, Adam, no greater heart than thee? Live a little! If this uncouth forest yield anything savage, I will either be food for it or bring it for food to thee. For my sake be comfortable. Hold death a while at the arm's end, and I will here be with thee presently. And if I bring thee not something to eat, I will give thee leave to die. But if thou diest before I come, thou art a mocker of my labor. Come, I will bear thee to some shelter, and thou shalt not die for a lack of dinner. If there live anything in this desert, cheerily, good Adam.
I think he be transformed into a beast, for I can nowhere find him like a man.
My lord, he is even now gone hence. Here was he merry, hearing of song.
If he, compact of jars, grow musical, we shall have shortly discord in the spheres. Go seek him out, tell him I would speak with him.
He saves my labor by his own approach.
How now, monsieur? What a life is this that your poor friends must woo your company? What, you look merrily.
A fool. I met a fool in the forest, who laid him down and basked him in the sun and railed on Lady Fortune in good terms, in good set terms, and yet a fool. Good morrow, fool, quoth I. No, sir, quoth he, call me not fool till heaven hath sent me fortune. Then, drawing a dial from his poke, looking on it with lackluster eye, he says very wisely, it is now 10 o'clock. Thus, quoth he, we may see how the world wags. 'Tis but an hour ago since it was 9. 1 hour hence 'twill be 11. When I did hear the motley fool thus moral on the time, my lungs began to crow like chanticleer that fools should be so deep contemplative. And I did laugh, sans intermission an hour by his dial. Oh, worthy fool, motley to the only wear.
What fool is this?
A worthy fool, one that hath been a courtier, and in his brain, which is as dry as the remainder of biscuit after a voyage, strange places crammed with observations, in which he vents in mangled forms. A worthy fool, I am ambitious for a motley coat.
You shall have it.
It is my only suit, provided you weed your better judgments of all opinion that grows rank in them, that I am wise. I must have liberty withal, as large a charter as the wind, for so fools have. But who comes here?
Ah! Forbear, and eat no more.
Why, I've eaten none yet.
Nor shall not the necessity be served.
Of what kind should this cock come of?
Art thou thus emboldened, man, by thy distress? Else, thou wouldst seem a rude despiser of good manners, that in civility thou seemst so empty.
You touched my vein at first. The thorny point of bare distress hath ta'en for me the show of smooth civility. Though I am inland bred and know some nurture, but forbear, I say, he dies that touches any of this fruit before I and my affairs are answered.
And you will not be answered with reason. I must die.
What wouldst thou have? Thy gentleness shall force more than thy force. Move us to gentleness.
I almost die for food, and let me have it.
Come and sit, and welcome to our table.
Speak you so gently? Pardon me, I pray you, I thought all things had been savage here, and therefore put I on this countenance of stern commandment. But wherever you are, that in this desert inaccessible, under the shade of melancholy boughs, lose and neglect the creeping hours of time. If ever you have looked on better days, if ever been where bells have knolled to church, if ever sat in any good man's feast, if ever from thy eyelids wiped a tear, and know what 'tis to pity and be pitied, let gentleness my strong enforcement be, in the which hope I blush and hide my sword.
True is it that we have seen better days, and have with holy bell been lulled to church, and sat at good men's feast, and wiped our eyes of drops which sacred pity hath engendered. And therefore, sit you down in gentleness, and have to your command what help we have, that to your helping, to your wanting, may be ministered.
Then but forbear your food a little while, whilst like a doe I go to find my fawn. There is an old poor man who after me hath many a weary step limped in pure love. Till he be first sufficed, I shall not touch a bit.
Go seek him out, and we shall nothing waste till you return.
I thank ye, and be ye blessed for your good comfort.
Thou seest, we are not all alone unhappy here. This wide and universal theater presents more woeful pageants than this scene wherein we play.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women in it merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages. At first, the infant, mewling and puking in the nurse's arms. And then the whining schoolboy, with his shining morning face and satchel on shoulder, creeping like snail unwillingly to school. And then the lover, sighing like furnace, with a woeful ballad made to his mistress's eyebrow. And then the soldier, full of strange oaths, bearded like the pard, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation even in the cannon's mouth. And then the justice, in fair round belly, with good cape and line, with eyes severe and beard of home cut, full of wise saws, modern instances, and so he plays his part. The 6th age shifts into the lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side. His youthful hose well saved the world too wide for his shrunk shank, and his big, manly voice, turning again toward childish treble, pipes and whistles in sound. The last scene of all, that ends this strange, eventful history, is second childishness and mere oblivion. Song's teeth, song's eyes, song's taste, song's everything.
Welcome. Set down your venerable burden.
I thank thee most for him.
What do you need? I scarcely speak to thank you for myself.
Come, sit you down. Oh, not as yet to trouble you. It's about your fortunes. Come, good cousin, write us a song.
Blow, blow the winter wind. Blow, blow the winter wind. Thou art not so unkind as man's ingratitude. Thy tooth is not so keen because thou art not seen, although thy breath be rude. Hey, hey, ho, singing hey, ho, unto the green holly. Most friendship is fading, most loving mere folly. Then hey, ho, the holly. This life is most jolly, this life is most jolly.
If that you were the good Sir Rowland's son, as you have whispered faithfully you were, be truly welcome hither. I am the Duke that loved your father. The residue of your fortune, go to my cave and tell him. Good old man, thou art right welcome, as thy master is. Support him by the arm, give me your hand, and let me all your fortunes understand.
Not seen him since. Sir, that cannot be. But if I were not the better part made mercy, I should not seek an absent argument of my revenge thou present. But look to it. Find thy brother wheresoever he is, seek him with candle, bring him back dead or living within a 12th month. Or turn thou no more to seek a living within our territory. Thy lands and all that thou calls thine worth seizure do we seize into our own hands, till thou canst quit thee by thy brother's mouth of what we think against thee.
Oh, that your highness knew my heart in this. I never loved my brother in my life.
More villain now. Well, turn him going, and let my soldier of such a nature make an extent upon all of his house and lands. Do this suddenly, and get him going!
in witness of my love. And thou, thrice-crowned queen of night, survey with thy chaste eye from thy pale sphere above thy huntress name that my full life doth sway. Oh, Rosalind. These trees shall be my books, and in their barks my thoughts I'll character, that every eye that in this forest looks shall see thy virtue witnessed everywhere. Oh, run, run, Orlando, carve on every tree, the fair, the chaste, the unexpressive she.
How like you our shepherd's life, Master Touchstone?
Truly, shepherd, in respect of itself, it is a good life. But in respect of this shepherd's life, it is not. In respect it is solitary, I like it very well. But in respect it is private, it is very vile life indeed. Now in respect it is in the fields, it pleaseth me well. But in respect it is not in the court, it is tedious. As it is a spare life, look you, it fits my humour well. But as there is no more plenty in it, it goes munching into my stomach. Hast any philosophy in thee, shepherd?
No more that the worse one sickens, the less at ease he is, and he that is without money, means, and content is without frequent friends. But the property of rain is to wet and fire to burn.
Wow.
And cool pasture breeds fat sheep, and a great cause of the night is that of the sun. And he that is learned no wit by nature or art may complain of either good breeding or come to the very mountain.
Wow, such a natural philosopher. What's the word in court, shepherd?
Nay, truly.
Oh, truly, thou art damned.
Nay, I know.
Nay, surely thou art damned, like an ill-roasted egg, all on one side.
Being in court, your reason.
Why? If thou wast never a court, thou never sawest good manners. If thou never sawest good manners, thy manners must be wicked, and wickedness is a sin, and sin is not nation. Truly, thou art part of the state, shepherd.
Now, not with Touchstone, or the behavior of the country is most remarkable at the court. Why, it is quite as ridiculous as the behavior of the court is ridiculous in the country. Why, you say that you salute not, but that you kiss your hands. Its courtesy would be very unplenty if courtiers were shepherd.
Oh, instance briefly, come.
Why, we are still handling our use, and our films, you know, are quite greasy.
Why, do not your courtier's hands sweat, and is not the sweat of a man as wholesome as the grease of a rat? And the instant, shepherd.
And besides, our hands are hard.
Your lips will feel them the sooner.
And they are often tarred over with the surgery of our lamb. Now it's kiss time. Your courtier's hands are perfumed with civet.
Most shallow man! Worms meat in respect of a good piece of flesh indeed. Learn of the wise! And the pen, the civet, is of a baser birth than tar. The very uncleanly flux of a cat. Mend the instant, shepherd!
No, you have too courtly a wit for me. I'll rest.
Oh, wilt thou rest? Damn! God help thee, shallow man. God make incision in thee, thou art raw.